What's up, cousins? Welcome back to Tommy Bites TV Homestead. So it's a late night video. So this is Tommy at night, like Nick at night. I'm just kidding. So let's get into some serious stuff. National Guard has been called out. National Guard has been called out to California. I kind of saw this coming. A lot of people probably saw this coming with the things that are out there floating around the internet showing people just randomly showing up in neighborhoods by the dozens and just going into people's home and walking out with whatever they can get. Almost like a coordinated situation taking place. So, hey y'all, what y'all doing up this late? What is y'all doing up this late? Okay, so according to MSN, hold on. Oh, I need to share it with y'all. Hold on. Here we go. So according to MSN, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department is working on a mandatory curfew and calling on the National Guard to help manage the fire-ravaged zones, primarily in Eaton and Palisades. They said we have had 400 National Guard members throughout the state ready to support us. This effort will allow law enforcement to free up their resources and move personnel to other critical areas throughout the county. So far, they say 20 people have been arrested in connection to theft and looting during the Southern California fires. The arrests were made between Wednesday night and Thursday morning. I'll probably go over to TikTok and see if I can find some video of that. While over 400 sheriff's personnel have been deployed to patrol, manage road closures, and provide security in the evacuation areas. National Guard personnel will assist with these duties throughout the Los Angeles region. The Sheriff's Department is crafting a curfew order both for Palisades and Eaton fire areas. Luna said they were working through the legal process to get that done at 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. curfew. So 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Their goal is to attempt to implement a curfew in the specific impacted areas around the two fire areas, both for Palisades and Eaton. The goal is to try to, let's see. So they said that they are looking into ways to further punish those who are in evacuation order areas. I know that they did, excuse me, I know that they did come up with not just a curfew from 6 to 6, but if you are in an area that is already ordered to be evacuated and you remain there and you're out and about and they, doing wrong, they're going to charge you with a felony, is what the sheriff said last night. So he says, he says he's going to give direction to the department members. As you know, when we have an evacuation order by law, if you remain in that area, you are guilty of a misdemeanor. If you commit certain crimes, it could jump to a felony. Community notification of the curfew is a step that legally needs to happen before it can be implemented. Let's see. Okay. Share this. Let me know in the comments. Did y'all get any snow? Okay. Let me make sure. Okay, it's on the screen. So National Guard troops descended on California on Friday. Is it still Friday? Yeah, it is still Friday for me. To try to help restore the law and order. As despicable looting rocked some areas, the guardsmen were seen patrolling the streets and helping residents in areas affected by the devastating blazes. He says they will be assisting with traffic control and critical infrastructure protection. I mean, the place looked like a war zone anyway. It almost looks like not a fire, but like somebody just dropped something in the middle of the area. And I mean, I've never seen so much damage. And then the fact that these insurance companies have been canceling policies, and they've been canceling policies for a while now. Allegedly, I don't know if this is true, but allegedly they say that the insurance companies got some kind of, not memo, but tip that these fires were coming. So the fires just seem really random, honestly. It just seems really, really random to me. That's just me trying to think outside of the box because something just ain't adding up. Let's see. He says he promises you that you will be held accountable if you are caught doing this. Where's that picture? I mean, that video. Then we're going to go over the TikTok. I know it's not over there. So they were deployed on the 10th. National Guard. Sorry, just I was trying to see if it was going to show, see if they had weapons on them, like on their hip or across them. I don't see any. That's just like way, way, way. I don't know. It's a lot. Okay. See what TikTok got. While we still have TikTok, because today it was said that it seems like the U.S. Supreme Court is going to uphold the legislation that was being placed in front of them, where if they do uphold it, January 19th would be the last day for TikTok, y'all. So I don't know where that's gonna go. Hold on. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Shoot. Oh. It's late, y'all. I'm gonna get it together. Here we go. This is I know what it is. I got it to the home page. Can't see it. There we go. Now I can type in. Oh Lord, I thought I was sharing. Hold on. I had it playing. It wasn't even sharing it.
Regarding his efforts to hold these individuals accountable, and I promise you, you will be held accountable. Shame on those who are preying on our residents during this time of crisis. The emergency order will be strictly enforced by the Sheriff's Department, who are proactively patrolling to protect these communities from looting and any criminal activity. They have made 20 arrests of individuals who will be held accountable for the actions that they've taken. In the midst of the emergency, we've all seen individuals who are targeting vulnerable communities.
Question. Did y'all see where they arrested a guy and said that he was the reason for the Kenneth fire that took place yesterday? That the neighbors saw a suspicious person, so they basically detained him, is what the lady said. We detained him. We did a citizen's arrest. I don't know how. I don't know. I guess probable cause would make the police take him in, but it just seems really random that with everything that's happening in Los Angeles, the fact that they made a call and they said, hey, we got this guy and he has this, and we think he was about to try to set a fire or whatever. And they all just show up in a drop of a dime. And the cameras, well, one officer is actually recording it while they are like parading the guy. He's standing there at the car, but it almost seems like they're parading him to say, see, we caught this guy right here, so you don't need to pay attention to whatever. I don't know. It's just really random. These fires are really, really random. So
patrolling to protect these in the midst of the emergency, we've all seen individuals who are targeting vulnerable communities.
It was mentioned earlier before by the supervisor, and I'm going to make this crystal clear to everybody out there. Over last night and this morning, we are up to 20 individuals who chose to go into our areas and deprive.
In the midst of the emergency, we've all seen individuals who are targeting in the midst of the emergency.
It was mentioned earlier before by the supervisor, and I'm going to make this crystal clear. Over last night and this morning, we are up to 20 individuals who chose to go into our areas and deprive these poor people who have been through so much of their property. Absolutely unacceptable. And I'm going to give direction to our department members. As you know, when we have an evacuation order by law, if you remain in that area, you are guilty of a misdemeanor. If you commit certain crimes, it could jump up to a felony. I'm going to be asking our employees.
In the midst of the emergency, we've all seen.
Yeah, these guys.
Oh, here it is.
Oh my God.
These people are showing. Oh God, come on.
In the midst of the emergency, we've all seen individuals.
Yeah, these guys. Oh my God. Straight scenes of the apocalypse, man. That's another gas line. Jesus Christ, man. So much stuff in the air. Look at that, man. Stuff burning everywhere.
I saw men coming into our neighborhoods. Police confirmed it. She had this to say. Take a listen.
It was wild. We just started seeing all these cars pull up, doors open, and groups of men running up our street, going up to the doors of these houses. And we weren't sure what was going on. I'm thinking, are these...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh God, I think I had this in my other video, but I didn't address my thoughts on it. But I want to do it now because this is late night with Tommy. Why does she seem so excited about it? Like, would you be excited if a group of men um just showed up randomly in your neighborhood? It was wild. Really? Ma'am. Y'all forgive me. I'm tired. And let's listen to her.
People here to help my neighbors? I hope so. And I left, and then my husband talked to the police and said, what are those guys doing? These guys don't live here. Get them out. My next door neighbor said, his quote, there were like 100 people that came up on scooters and were trying to get into any and all houses on the street.
And did you physically see police officers stopping them?
I didn't, but it's not to say that they weren't. It was so incredibly chaotic, and I was so worried about my big family and getting them out of our old tinderbox of a house that I was just.
As I was getting my whole family out, all you have in your mind is just you're in survival mode at that point. I saw men coming into our neighborhoods. Police confirmed it. She had this to say. Take a listen.
Same way. Here it is. This is insane to me that this is what you're thinking about doing.
Looters are targeting evacuated homes during the devastating Los Angeles wildfires. At least 20 people have been arrested this week for trying to steal from abandoned properties as thousands flee from the massive Palisades and Eaton fires. Law enforcement has zero tolerance. If you're caught in evacuation zones, you're facing misdemeanor charges. If you're caught looting, it's a felony. The fires have already claimed 5 lives and injured multiple people, including a firefighter with a serious head injury. Both major fires remain 0% contained.
Amy, this was before the houses were burned, like people who evacuated. It's like they was listening to radio or something, and they saw, okay, well, these people are evacuated, so we're gonna go. Some of them knocked on the doors, they say, before they broke into the people's house. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like it's some shady stuff going on. Now everybody's all of a sudden against Gavin Newsom when yet y'all voted for him. He has absolutely no answers. Like, this lady literally stopped him on the street and she was wearing her mask and she was begging and pleading with him to, what can he do? What can they do that this don't happen? And he just didn't have any answers for her at all. He almost had like a smirk on his face, if you ask me. I'm gonna try to find it when I'm done with this.
As strong winds continue.
Tragedy, at least 20 looters have already been arrested in just the past few days, forcing Los Angeles to take security measures, including National Guard support and a curfew in specific areas. But some residents aren't waiting for help and turning to a private security company.
Sad to report, we made 2 arrests this morning for looting already. So if you are thinking about coming into any of these areas to steal from our residents, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to be caught. You're going to be arrested and you're going to be prosecuted.
People trying to improvise to get in, wearing uniforms of fire marshals and uniform of security companies.
You're kidding me. So people aren't doing this in the cover of darkness. They're dressing up, putting on a fake uniform, and trying to go into a house that's been vacated because they're under evacuation orders?
That's correct. They come in with clipboards if needed. They have many.
Let me say, allegedly.
Shapes of how to conceal themselves coming inside.
Okay, y'all. So we know what happened with the wildfires and with the fires that happened in California, but right now they're having like a looting problem. I was seeing these videos of people saying, y'all watch our back. Some people were able to go back to their homes or whatnot like that, and was like, just be very careful because there were like weird little things happening. So of course I jump on X, Twitter, whatever y'all call it, and there is a whole thread of them talking about these looters. So not only people are dealing with their whole environment from a child, which can be so devastating to a person, their community, where they grew up is completely burned down to the ground. But now they have to deal with looting, people coming in to people's homes, and it sounds very dangerous to me.
In true California fashion, those poor people aren't just having to worry about fires right now. They're also having to worry about freaking looters. Looters! I was talking to my friend slash
I'm
neighbor
sorry.
this morning, checking in with them. How close is it to our neighborhood, whatever. And I was asking about her parents because they're close to one of the really big fires. And she was like, listen, they're not just having to worry about if their house is going to burn down. People are looting the houses. I know in situations like this fire, hailstorm in LA, that stories of just pure like heroes come out of it, the best of humanity. But I'm gonna tell you something, the worst of humanity comes out of it too, and I can't stand it. I can't understand it. And it like, I have not.
It is not for us to understand. I'm not laughing at the fact of what's happening, is how she was saying it, little looters. But you, good cannot exist without bad. And you're always, no matter what the situation is, you're going to have good and you're going to have bad. And it's going to be, you know, we can't comprehend some of those things. Some things are above our pay grade, if you get what I'm saying.
Looters are targeting evacuated homes during the devastating Los Angeles wildfire
tragedy. At least 20 looters have already been arrested in just the.
Okay, so let me see if I can find that video of Mr. Gavin Newsom. Yes, Mr. Gavin, where are you? Hold on. Was he running from her, or is that someone else? Let me share this with y'all.
Tell me what you're gonna do. I'm not gonna hurt him. I promise.
Literally talking to
She said, I'm not going to hurt him. I promise.
specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
He's talking low. Let me see if I can get it to go up any
Tell
louder.
me what you're gonna do. I'm not gonna hurt him. I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I
it
don't
doesn't-
believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make the
Why is
call.
the president not taking your call?
Because it's not going through. So
Why?
I have to get cell service.
So
There's
let's
no
get it.
cell service.
Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president. Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're gonna do. I'm not gonna hurt him. I promise.
Here's the thing. I get where she's coming from and she wants answers right now, but you cannot go by things in that way. I know you want to take control or whatever, but I want to hear you talk to the president. I want to, and he's not answering the phone. He didn't say that. He said he's trying to call him, but if y'all don't know, there's cell phone towers are having difficulties. Y'all know how it is. Like the lady said, it's a hailstorm. Anytime there's a really bad storm, hurricane, whatever, there's that issue of you can't really use the phone. And I also heard that Elon Musk Elon Musk and someone else, I can't remember who it was, they are freeing up their satellites for people to be able to get through. So they're letting them use the satellites so that they can make calls, or, you know, just let family know that they're okay or whatever. So I thought that was pretty good coming from Elon Musk. But this situation, it was funny. It was sad at the same time. It was a little bit disgusting because he seemed like he was running away from her. Like, why are you running away from her? She just has some questions for you. It's almost like, you know, well, I'm a man of the people, but then when the people want to hear from you, you don't have anything to say. You don't have a response, or the response you do have is weak and poor. So
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call?
I
Because
can't-
I
it
don't
doesn't-
believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make the
Why is
call,
the president not taking your call?
because it's not going through. So
Why?
I have to get cell service.
So
There's
let's
no
get
cell
it.
service.
Let's get it. I want to be
That's
here
what
when you
I'm
call the
doing.
president.
I appreciate. I'm doing that right now, and it's to immediately get reimbursements, individual assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated for you. I'm so sorry, especially for your daughter. I have 4 kids. Losing the school.
Everyone who went to school there, they
I
lost
know.
their homes. They
I
lost
know.
2 homes because they were
I know.
living in one and building another. Governor, please tell me, what are you going to do with the president
good.
right now?
ma'am, what about the people who only have one home? They're living in one and they oh God.
We're getting the resources to help rebuild. We're getting
Why
the
was there
resources
no
to do
water
everything.
in the hydrants,
That's all
Governor?
being, it's all literally.
Is it going to be different next time?
It has to be. Has to
Right.
be. Of course.
What are you going to do?
I'm doing
To
everything
fill the
I can.
hydrants. I would fill them up personally. You know that.
I literally.
I would fill up the hydrants myself.
I understand.
But would you do that?
I would do whatever I can.
But you're not. I see do you know there's water dripping over there, Governor? There's water coming out there. You can use it.
I appreciate it. I'm going to make the call to address everything I can right now, including making sure people
I'd
are
like
safe.
to make sure you do.
guys.
Can I
He needs to
can I
call
have an
the president.
opportunity
He
to at
needs
least
to-
tell
he needs to
people
call
you're
the
doing what
president.
you're saying you're doing?
Thank you.
Could somebody have a contact? Can I have your contact
Yes,
information?
right now.
Thank you. Governor!
She was serious, y'all. Oh my gosh. But that is a question that I had. Why did y'all not have water in the hydrants? And why was he not willing to allow them when they asked him about getting water from the sea, from the ocean, and using it? And people are thinking, well, he didn't want them to do that because he's still trying to protect whatever fish that's out there. I can't remember what Trump called it, but anyway, it's just sad. It's sad. It's comical because she was being comical with it, very extra. And I understand she was going through it, but it was almost like she was only worried or concerned about that certain area, maybe because her child went to that school, but well, it's people who, you know, they lost both their homes. They were living in one and doing something to the other. Not judging. Not judging.
Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school. Please tell me what you're going to do. Governor!
Gavin Newsom was confronted by a woman on the street in Los Angeles. She demanded answers about his handling of the wildfires. Newsom claimed he was on a call with President Biden. The woman wasn't buying it and pressed for action. This is a mother that just wants accountability.
That was my
Let's go back out now to more coverage live from Fox 11.
Governor!
Señores, me acabo de encontrar este video que la verdad que esta ciudadana abordó a Gavin Newsom, el gobernador.
Come on now. Hold on. I need an update on this fire. 1 second, y'all. Good. Let's see. Oh, why is it acting up? Oh my God. Okay. I don't know what is happening to this screen. Okay, maybe I can do it now. Okay. Oh, really? Now it pops up. All right, let me share it. I don't know what's about to pop up, y'all. This thing acting stupid.
We do have an update. We told you about that press conference. That was really interesting because it was only law enforcement. The mayor did not attend. Kristen Crowley did not attend either, the chief of the fire department. We did get word that the two met. There were rumors floating around that the mayor may have fired Kristen Crowley. That is not true. We heard from the mayor's department, and they are saying that Kristen Crowley was not fired. She did not quit. She has
First of all, the mayor was out of the country.
not resigned, and the safety of Angelenos is top priority. In fact, here is a reportable quote from the mayor's office. They say, the mayor and chief met. The priority remains fighting these fires and protecting Angelenos. So that's the...
We're going to start over here on the right flank as we're looking up the hill here in Santa Anita Canyon as we come into the community of...
I am using my moratorium power to stop all non-renewals and cancellations. Last night, I issued a bulletin to protect homeowners affected by the Palisades and Eaton fires from non-renewals and cancellations by your insurance companies.
He shouldn't even have to do that. But these insurance companies, they are beasts. Y'all canceling policies while the fire is actually taking place. Not just the policies y'all had already canceled right before the fires, as if someone gave y'all notice, but while the fire was actually in action, they were canceling policies.
For 1 year, under a moratorium law that I wrote while I was serving in the state Senate. This covers you even if your home wasn't destroyed or damaged in the wildfire. You can visit insurance.ca.gov to look up your zip code if you are near these wildfires and obtain that protection. I'm also calling on insurance companies to suspend any pending non-renewals and cancellations that homeowners received before these fires started. This means that if you've received a non-renewal from your homeowner's insurance between October 9th and January 7th, essentially 90 days, your insurance company should do the right thing and retain you as a valued policyholder. I call upon all property insurance companies to pause these non-renewals and cancellations and provide essential stability for our communities, allowing consumers to to focus on what's important at the moment, their safety and recovery.
That is just horrible that he has had to do this.
Well, turns out it wasn't a conspiracy theorist. There are people actually in custody, arsonists, who are starting these fires. There are multiple credible sources talking about this. Apparently, a bunch of people saw someone trying to start a fire, and they held him in custody.
See, she believes in the narrative that the news has pushed out, so it's working. What they want you to believe is it's working. I think that there's a bigger plan for the whole situation. I don't know if y'all have heard about Gavin Newsom wanting there to be a smarter, better California. So they were saying that with everything gone like it is now, it makes it easier to build that because there's no structures there anymore.
Custody until the police could arrest him. He is confirmed an arsonist. And did you see how Spencer Pratt said he was going to sue the city of LA because he called the cops multiple times? No one ever to put the fire out. It wasn't started by power lines because there are no power lines where it started. Nobody ever came and the reservoirs were full. So what's up with that? Yeah, climate change. Yeah.
I don't know, because I saw pictures also saying that it wasn't full. So I don't
Okay,
know.
so boom, the city of Angels is on fire. Over the last couple of days, there have been a
It is time to get your essentials and get out now. Grab your pets, get out now. It is now multiple fires. I know it's all one fire. We call it the Kenneth fire. But as I look out the window from the helicopter, there are fires in various directions. We're talking about a large area where there are multiple fires burning and now multiple neighborhoods being touched at the same time. It is time to get your essentials and
Yeah, that's crazy. This is from a doorbell camera.
This is the footprint of the fire now on almost.
This is your street. This is it.
The scenes along 86-year-old Roosevelt Pullum's Altadena Street were apocalyptic as we drove him back to his house today. The sight of its remains overwhelmed him. He recalled where he was when the flames started approaching, working on one of his cars.
This was my lady.
That house was home for nearly 40 years.
That was my peach tree.
Aww. As the sun rose this morning over Los Angeles, thick smoke filled the air and the scale of devastation became clear.
Good morning, Robert.
Today, Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna said the damage was catastrophic.
Some of them look like a bomb was dropped in them.
Yes.
We will be able to bring in canines and other things to help us hopefully not discover too many fatalities. That's our prayer.
Winds subsided enough Wednesday and overnight to allow firefighters to attack from the sky, dropping water and retardant in the burning hills and mountain ranges that semicircle Los Angeles. But dangerous wildfires continue to burn across LA County.
Let me just say that
today, the city's mayor, Karen Bass, responded to criticism that fire hydrants used to fight the massive Palisades fire ran dry.
the fire hydrants are not constructed to deal with this type of massive devastation, and that the number one problem, especially, was the fact that we weren't able to do the air support because of the winds. And so, of course, I am absolutely frustrated by that.
Los Angeles Fire Chief Kristen Crowley said extreme fire behavior is still possible.
Today, it is absolutely imperative that as we move into day 3 of this firestorm, all members of our Los Angeles community maintain vigilance.
A new fire Wednesday in the Hollywood Hills forced more mandatory evacuations, but firefighters made headway with the blaze and the order was later lifted. Today, President Biden addressed the fires from Washington.
I also want everyone in Southern California to know we're going to keep at it. We're sticking with this. We're going to continue to sending everything, literally every resource we can find that's appropriate.
He's gonna send every resource available that he can find to California. Did y'all know that he's still doing stuff right before he get out? And he just sent his last aid package to Ukraine. Millions and millions of dollars. Somebody made a statement and said, so is he going to send them $700? Because, you know, that's what they gave a lot of people here in North Carolina for Hurricane Helene. We're going to bypass him because, y'all, he was sleeping at Jimmy Carter's funeral.
Insurance in California is horrifying.
As wildfires continue to rage in California, one estimate says the insured losses are already at least $20 billion. In Altadena, Dustin and Aaron Rubin say they were dropped from another insurance company last year. It was only last month they finally found a company that would give them coverage. 7 of California's top 12 home insurers either paused or limited policies over the last 2 years. State Farm, which has 21% of the market share in the state, announced in March it was making the difficult but necessary decisions that would mean not renewing 30,000 home policies in the state, ending 69% of its policies in the now devastating.
But I thought State Farm is there.
Stated Pacific Palisades. More and more Californians are turning to the state-created insurance provider of last resort called Fair Plan, a temporary safety net offering basic coverage when people can't get insured through private companies, with enrollment in home policies surging 123% in the past 4 years. Ricardo Lara is California's insurance commissioner.
Once people submit their claims, when should they expect to see the money?
So it all depends. I know it's difficult and a difficult answer. I want to make sure that we get it as quickly as possible. Weeks, if not a month.
Experts say those who have suffered a loss from the wildfires should keep track of all expenditures, start going through photos and videos that can be used as evidence to show what was in the home, and document everything.
Insurance in California is horrifying.
As wildfires continue to rage in California.
Let me try to stop this. My question is, what if they don't have any? Because they lost it all. I mean, hold on for a second. I thought I saw, no, I'll do that later.
Here's the latest update on the California, different fires. Here's the latest update on
that FEMA was already denying people. I'm like, that's kind of quick if that's true, because it might not be true. It's all kind of rumors and stuff going on.
All right, so we're here. If you look, the water got all the way up to their house. We'd be like 8 feet underwater down here. Got the RV, it's here. It's getting backed in right now.
This is North. Oh, wait, shoot.
It is January 22nd, 2023.
All right, so we're here. If you look, the water got all the way up to their house. We'd be like 8 feet underwater down here.
I think this might be North Carolina and him talking about that. That's not what I was trying to find, though. I was trying to find something else, y'all. Hold on. I gotta be more specific. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home? Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning?
Now, I don't know if she was silent because it kind of seems like the video was altered.
Millions of dollars, Madam Mayor.
Like maybe they cut out
Have you nothing
her
to say
response.
today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Do you owe citizens an apology for being
I feel like that was like maybe an altered video because it almost seemed like, oh gosh, she's not even answering him. And then I saw that little glitch just now. Oh, somebody altered this video. But, oh, Lord, I can't remember what it was I was trying to tell y'all. It'll come to me if I don't.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning?
Yeah, that was doing way too much. Oh, yeah.
Paris Hilton posted a video on social media showing the charred remains of her Malibu home. In a post on X, Hilton called the feeling of seeing her home reduced to ashes by the Los Angeles wildfires indescribable. She also revealed on Instagram that she earlier learned her home was gone as she watched it burn live on TV. Paris Hilton posted a video on social media showing the charred remains of her Malibu home. In a post on X, Hilton called.
I wonder if this will humble some people.
Some of Hollywood's biggest.
An updated list of celebrities who lost their homes in the California wildfires has just been released, including some harrowing footage from celebrities' houses taken in the moments before they were engulfed by flames. I'm going to take you through the updated list now, but please be warned that there are some distressing details in this list. Man-made climate change destroyed the home of Miley Cyrus and her fiancé Liam Hemsworth. Miley said that her home was no longer standing after the fires. Actor and comedian Billy Crystal said that words could not convey the scale of loss that he was feeling after years.
Okay, that music is taking me out.
Jeff Bridges has tragically lost his family's iconic Malibu home to the catastrophic wildfires that have been ravaging Los Angeles. The 75-year-old Oscar winner now joins a growing list of Hollywood figures whose homes have been destroyed as the fires claim at least 5 lives and force 130,000 evacuations. The 4-bedroom beach.
So it's actually up to 10 lives now, in case you didn't know. But it was somebody. Oh, yeah. Let me see if I can find him. So one house has been all over the news, and I didn't realize whose house it was, which I don't know anything about gamers or stuff like that, but it's a very popular person, I guess. He was actually in there streaming when the neighbors' houses were burning, and even when they told him that their house was going, he was still Okay, so here's one of them.
FaZe Rug's entire house just burned down. Yes, this is actual footage of his house. You didn't know already, the actual FaZe house with Lacey Ronaldo is completely burned down as we speak. Even their neighbors' houses are collapsing on videos on TikTok. Even Jason's on stream right now, probably like partially crying because everybody's entire livelihood is gone. I mean, they literally made content in this house. They did everything in this house, and now it's completely gone. Like, it literally lit on fire. Poor FaZe Rug, dude. He literally lived with his parents.
YouTubers evacuate their home before it burns down.
Right?
House tour.
I mean, there's none to tour. Hey, look, guys, this mayor, like, no jokes aside, depending if the fire spread, it could be the last. Y'all see the FaZe house. So let me get a, I don't know. Put the cam down. My bad. Sorry. You good. All right, come on, yeah, let's go. Now, guys, I came on this bitch getting the haircut. I'm gonna keep it fully honest with y'all. I didn't know that it was this serious. Once I seen my mom call and all that, this is very serious. It's very close. So I apologize for making this a serious situation because it's not. Make sure if y'all.
The reason he's saying and apologizing to people because he was refusing to leave. He was making beats or streaming or something he was doing, and people were telling him, we need to go, we need to go.
Callie, y'all get to say.
How dumb is this streamer, and how many houses does this fire destroy? Watch.
Yeah, we good. We all right. We all right, y'all. We're chilling. The FaZe house is okay. FaZe house is all right, y'all.
This on fire, not just these houses. Obviously, those houses are creating quite a spectacle. But behind those houses, there is a hillside that is now firmly on fire. You can see the glow coming from those little fires behind it. And then if we come back, this on fire, not just these houses. Obviously, those houses are creating quite a spectacle. But behind those,
oh come on, pause. So y'all, let's see. Well, I'm gonna get off. I was just like bored, and I'm like, well, let me just do a story. Let me come on. I started to do it for my members only. I do have to do a video over there for my members only. So if you haven't, joined the members only, please do. And also, I do want to thank a couple of people. I won't mention your name, but you'll know who you are. Thank you so much for the Cash App earlier today when I did a live, well, after the live was over. I was very shocked. It actually made me cry. I was like, I screamed out. My daughter come running in the room. It's like, oh my God. It was just, I'm just grateful for y'all, all of y'all, for watching, tuning in, hitting the like, leaving comments. Definitely. So y'all take care, and I will see y'all probably in a few videos tomorrow, because I'm going to get some videos of outside. Yeah, and definitely some news stories as well. And I have to do my seeds, which y'all probably won't see that video until one day next week. So I'm going to turn in. Y'all know I don't have no heat. That's why I'm like this. Like of all times. And we just put propane in our tank. I don't know why there's no propane in my tank. But anywho, y'all take care. Stay safe. Stay warm. If you don't have to go out, if you got snow, then don't go out. Just stay at home, which is what I plan to do. Well, it's probably already. Yeah, it's already Saturday. It's actually Gracie's birthday. Oh, I thought about making her a pup cake, and then I also thought I can't use my heater. I mean, not my heater. I can't use my oven to do a pup cake for her. But anywho, y'all take care. Stay safe. That's my fireplace right there. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Thank y'all for coming in. Hit the like if you haven't on your way out. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to Tommy Bites TV Homestead, where you're going to get news that you can use, ways that you can learn to grow food, create a food pantry in your home, just be a little more self-sufficient. So bye, y'all. I love you, but God truly loves you more. He created only one you. So be the very best you that you can be. And when you are, go out and spread God's love. Peace, love, and light. Thanks for being here on Tommy Bites.